Catalog labor matrix, the last item we'll talk about today. This is a brand new feature to the .NET software. The catalog labor matrix is a method of automatically incrementing catalog labor times by adding a factor or percentage to the labor guide according to the vehicle year, make, and or model. A factor can correspond to a single item, meaning just the year, just the make, or it can apply to combinations of parameters. Let's take a look at how it works. Back
Doug,
to
Doug, I have a poll question here that we'll throw out.
Okay.
All right, so the question is, do you use the labor matrix? Of all of you, 65% said that you do use the labor matrix, 30% said that you did not, and 6% said, what is the labor matrix? So we'll tell you right now.
Good deal. And by the way, guys, let's keep in mind one specific thing. The catalog labor matrix only works when you use the labor guides within the software. So if you manually type in a labor time, the labor matrix is not going to kick in. So let's take a look at how it works. I'm going to go back, actually let's go back to this work order, and I specifically put these brake pads on here. Again, I hope I'm not confusing you. You don't normally, this is not your best bet to go to the labor, and I keep getting a pop-up here from Mitchell On Demand. But anyway, the better bet is to get all your items on and use your catalog lookup at the top. So don't let me confuse you when we're doing this. I'm just going to single out this item. I'm going to go to the labor guide or catalog lookup for labor. The software, as you guys know, automatically lifts my vehicle, and if we've got our service package lookup set up properly, it automatically knows what labor I'm looking for. And under the time column, you see all the different times. Wherever you see the asterisk to the end of the time, 2.4 asterisk, 1.1 asterisk, the asterisk is identifying that the catalog labor matrix is currently applying. A great way to look at this is just do what's called a mouse over. You'll see the labor guide says bill 1 hour, that's the time, and we have a 10% factor. So we're increasing the labor time by 10%. We're then going to bill the customer 1.1 hours. So wherever you see the asterisk, you can mouse over. Labor guide says 1.4 with a 10%, we're going to bill 1.5. On the top one, labor guide says 2.2 with a 10% increase, we're going to bill 2.4. All you do is select the time that you want, apply it, and that's the time that comes back to the work order. So the only place that you see the actual catalog labor matrix in effect is actually going to be on the catalog screen, and it's identified with the star. You're not going to see it anywhere else. Okay? Let it be known that if you wanted to make a change, as I'm assuming you know, you can all go in here and make a change. You're not going to get any warnings here because this is your decision to make. All we did was program it so that it would utilize that factor, which you guys, of course, can go back in and change anything you want if you don't feel that it's right. Okay? So, catalog labor matrix are automatically applied when using the catalog lookup. Catalog lookup is available from the main ribbon on the work order, the insert group, let me just show it to you right here, which is the way we normally promote. Get all your jobs on, then run your catalog lookup, and it's going to walk you through parts and labor. It's like walking a set of stairs. We covered that in our last meeting. Hopefully people are taking advantage of that. From a right click on the labor line or from the labor line properties. So you can get to this anyway from any of those items. Factors are identified within the catalog with the asterisk within the time column. To view the factor, simply do a mouse over like I was doing for you, and of course you have the ability to override those times. Okay. Let's talk about how we set it up. So catalog labor matrix managing. Okay, let's take a look at how we set that up. Again, back to setup, right underneath is a catalog labor matrix. Okay, let me do a save to that. Okay, now in my catalog labor matrix, your software is going to come with these two. Basically, we're just saying any vehicle, regardless of the make or model, if the year falls between a 04 and a 011, the system will automatically bump the 10%. And that's what you guys were seeing when I was going through the demonstration. We have another one that says if it's an older vehicle, 1950 to 2003, put a 20% factor in there. And I've added a couple of them in here just to show you how you can add to the list. Okay, on this one, I've said a Toyota. Now, I checked this yesterday. Do I have to spell the whole word, Toyota? I don't, because it's a partial search. As long as the vehicle make has TOY in it, it's going to apply that matrix. I also did it using a model, okay, to say regardless of the year, the make, as long as it has HHR in the model, it's going to apply a 2% matrix. So essentially, guys, it's this simple. We do an add. We identify a description. Tell yourself what this matrix is designed to work with. If you want to establish a year, great. If you don't, you don't. If you want to do a make, enter a make. If you want to enter a model. Example I use often is, let's just say it's a BMW. Doesn't matter what year, doesn't matter what model. I'm going to take BMW at 1.75%. Okay? If I only want to do that on a BMW 325, then bingo. If it's a 320i, then it's not going to do it. It's only going to apply here. And if I wanted to single out a specific year, I can do it here. So guys, it's all specific to year, make, and model. And as you can see in the background, I've just identified year. Doesn't matter. What about the model, SUV, pickup truck, passenger car? Here I've singled out the HHR, and here I've said any Toyota. Doesn't matter whether it's a Corolla, Camry, or a Tundra. And that's how your rules are going to work for you. So hopefully you can take advantage of that, but hopefully understand also what you're doing. So in here, add, edit, delete a catalog labor matrix, enter a description, enter any vehicle parameters to be applied, your year range, make, model, enter the factor. Okay, catalog label, again, the list is going to be just like the margin matrix. The more specific, the higher on the list. See, Toyota is specific. If I had my Toyota below, if that Toyota I entered was in any of these year categories, then it's going to use this matrix. It's going to fall into a slot. So always have your more specifics on top of your generals, and this will work just fine for you. Okay, entries for the catalog labor matrix are unlimited. You can have as many as you want. I looked at a gentleman up in Canada that ran an import business, and I bet he had 30 different matrices in his system.